Hi guys, welcome back to our channel once again. We are the Gatekeepers TV. I am Emily Edwin.
Dennis Keton.
Yes, guys, it's we are back on the EPL, heading to game week 12, and Saturday being 11th of November, we'll start. Wolves will be at home welcoming Tottenham Hotspurs. Now, this one is the early kickoff we have this time round, starting at exactly 3:30 p.m. East African time. So Wolves against Spurs.
Both teams are coming to this match having lost. Wolves lost their match in match week 11. On the other hand, Tottenham also lost their previous match against Chelsea. Tottenham will definitely have two players who will be missing in that match because two of their players got red cards. That is inclusive of Odogo. So as these two teams are going to meet, clearly Tottenham have been enjoying a good form in the Premier League. Wolves has been a team on the ascending. Also, Wolves, Neto, since he got his injury, also he will be missing in this match. So overall, I feel like Wolves should be using their home advantage to bring in a big fight against Tottenham. Remember, the same Wolves are the one who defeated Mancity back at home. So if they will bring the same spirit against Tottenham, so I feel like it's going to be a competition which we all want to see. But Tottenham, on the flip side, these guys are playing a very good football, and they're doing everything right. It was so unfortunate that they lost to Chelsea, but overall, I feel like they will be coming to have their revenge in this match. So I'm going with Angel Postenoglu's team to be able to win this match by 3-1.
I'll give Spurs a bounce back, so I'm going with the 3-1, 3-2 in favor of Spurs. Arsenal against Burnley. This one, I'm going with Arsenal. They're after the shocking loss to Newcastle. So Arsenal, I'm going with a 2-1 win for Arsenal.
Both teams also lost over the weekend in match week 11. So in this match week 12, as they will be meeting, remember Arsenal are fresh from winning their Champions League match against Sevilla, where they won 2-0. Saka and Trossard were on the score sheet. It was a good result for them. So overall record, these people, I think they have played over 13 times, and Arsenal have won like 12 times, Burnley winning only once. So I feel like Arsenal have been dominant in this fixture. So give it to Arsenal to comfortably win it. So 4-0.
Palace against Everton. This one, I'm going with Palace to win this game by at least. Okay, now I'm going with 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw.
Yeah.
In this match, Everton has been having an upper hand against Crystal Palace. Everton have won like the last 3 matches when they have faced Crystal Palace. Currently, Everton, they are trying to resurrect and rise up. On the other side, Crystal Palace also, it's a team which, if you are not careful with them, they'll just get some goals past you. So this is a match whereby I'm going with, who is at home?
Palace.
I'm going with Palace to be able to use the home advantage. So 2-1.
United against Luton.
United facing Luton, they don't have much of a history between them. And Luton, on the other hand, played a very good game in match week 11. They faced Liverpool. And Pogba here had a player called Kabore in his fantasy team. And Kabore did what Kabore did. Ross Barkley was on fire in that match. And of course, Luton, the entire team of Luton gave Liverpool a run for their money. That match ended 1-1, though if you ask me, I felt like Luton deserved to win, but they never took their chances. That's how it ended. That's why it ended 1-1. So as they're going to face Manchester United are coming into this game wanting to make right the mistakes which they made in the Champions League. They lost in the Champions League against Copenhagen, which placed them at a very tight spot in qualification in the round of 16. But Ten Hag knows that very well, and he's presented with an opportunity at Old Trafford to correct that mistake against Luton. So this is a match whereby I feel like it's going to be a tough one, but Manchester will just bounce back. I'll give Man U a chance to win by 2-0.
Yeah, I'll go with Man United to win 2-0. Bournemouth against Newcastle. Now this one straight, I'm going with Newcastle to win this game. So I'm giving Newcastle a wake up. It's called a wake up. After winning 1-0, I'm giving them to be back on their galore. So I'm going with 4-1 in favor of Newcastle.
Newcastle they lost in the Champions League against Dortmund by 2-0. Then also they won in match week 11 against Arsenal by a solitary goal. Their record against Bournemouth isn't impressive. They have been struggling to get wins against Bournemouth anytime they face each other. So the only difference is this time round they are a team with an upper hand, considering how they are playing and how they are executing their attacks. So in this, I feel like Newcastle will just continue doing what they do. So Eddie Howe's team should be able to bag a victory in this. So give it 3-1 win for Newcastle.
Aston Villa against Fulham. Villa will be at home. They shockingly lost last time to Nottingham Forest. And coming to meet Fulham. I'm going with, okay, Aston Villa, they're a bit unpredictable. So this one, I might as well go with the draw of 2-2.
Aston Villa, why are you saying Aston Villa are not unpredictable? They just slipped. Huh? They have been, in fact, if there's a team we can say they have been in the form of their lifetime, it's Aston Villa. I've looked at the fixture between these two teams. The team which is usually at home, they always utilize their home advantage. And mind you, considering that these two teams lost in match week 11, I'm going with Aston Villa to actually come and dominate and win by 3-1.
Brighton against Sheffield. It's been a long since I saw Brighton win in the Premier League, although they won in the Europa League. So this one, since they will be at home, I'm going with Brighton to win this game by at least 3-0.
Brighton facing Sheffield. Apparently, in the last 3 games which these two teams have played, Brighton has never won against Sheffield. So, as they are going to face each other, it's going to be a very interesting match to look at. Remember, in match week 11, Brighton drew, right? They drew, I think it was 1-1, if I'm not sure. On the other side, Sheffield, they got their first victory. Sheffield, I'm not sure. We will confirm that to you, but it was a very brilliant game. So this is a game whereby you don't want to underestimate Sheffield United for any reasons. But on the other hand, Brighton needs to up their game. The fact that they'll be at Amex Stadium means that Deserby's team needs to wake up. So allow me to give them a vote of confidence of winning this game by 2-1.
Liverpool against Brentford. Now this game will be played at Anfield.
These two teams, they are fond of whoever is at home always wins. Brentford won against West Ham 3-2. Liverpool were held to a 1-1 draw with Luton. Liverpool lost in the Europa League. They lost by 3-2. So Klopp has a bone to chew and he has a point to prove coming to match week 12. So I'm going with Klopp boys to be able to bounce back from their loss in the Europa League and win this match by 3-2.
Yeah, I'm going with Liverpool 2-0. West Ham against Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham won in match week 11.
2-0.
On the other side, West Ham
lost
to Brentford by 3-2. So, as these two teams are going to meet, the question which we always have here every day, Pogba, is these young teams always plays well in one game, but they fail to reciprocate the same energy in the other game. Mm-hmm. So in this game, forgive me, but I'm going with Bowen, Susek, and Ward-Prowse, and this other guy who's Kudus. Moha. Kudus. I'm going with them to be able to shine and do amazing things in this match. So give it a 3-1 win.
Well, this team called Nottingham, sometimes they might come to a match, you think they're going to lose, but they surprise you. But either way, I'm going with 2-2.
Your main guy, is he back?
Yes, Taiwo.
Yeah.
That's my guy. He's back. Actually, he played in the last game which they won. So good to be back for Taiwo Awoni, the top scorer of Nottingham Forest. So the last match, Chelsea will be at Stamford Bridge welcoming Man City. Man City won.
6 goals.
Yes, they won 6 goals against Bournemouth. I remember Doku. Doku was very phenomenal in that game.
He had like how many assists? 3 or 4? Many
Four,
assists.
four assists, and the second goal was given to. It was just a deflection, but it would have been Doku's goal. So they will be coming to Stamford Bridge, welcomed by Chelsea.
Wow.
Chelsea, you won 4 goals to 1. Was it 1?
Yeah, 4-1. 4-1.
Yeah, 4-1 against Tottenham Hotspur in a game which I felt, yeah, Chelsea were good, but
No,
I have a-
Chelsea were not good.
They were
Just
not
state
good.
it. Chelsea was not good in that game.
Definitely.
Just state. We are not here to. Our business here as the gatekeepers is not to actually praise a team that is not performing well. Reality be told, what Pogba is just trying to tell you is the match between Chelsea and Tottenham. Overall, Tottenham was the better team. Chelsea just tried to manage the crisis on how they played. They didn't impress me. In fact, if you ask me, I've never seen Chelsea playing that poorly since I started seeing them this season. It was a bad game which they played.
Very bad.
Just to show you how Tottenham were lethal, Tottenham started that game in a high. Within the first 6 minutes, Kulusevski had already made something happen. He scored a goal through a deflection of Colwill, yeah? And from there, these guys were just attacking. The only thing which I have to state in that match was Tottenham was so physical. They were very physical, and their physicality in that match actually messed them because they were making dangerous tackles, which at the end costed Odogu and also this guy got a red card. The guy Romero stepped on Enzo Fernandez. It was a bad tackle, yes, though it left a lot to be discussed. Most of us will tell you that it wasn't the type of red card which we appreciated for a red card because most of the contact was on the ball. But at the end of the day, anyway, we say that rules are rules, football is football. But it was so unfortunate for Romero to get that red card. But it costed Enzo because Enzo walked out. He never finished that game. He left that game with an injury. On the flip side, Chelsea's main guy, the striker, got his first ever hat trick in the Premier League. So you famously call him who?
Jackson Mandago.
Yeah. So Nicholas Jackson scored a hat trick. He could have gotten his fourth, but alipiga juu.
It's not that clinical.
He wasn't that clinical, and that's the main issue. And talking of clinicality, Chelsea is on the verge of welcoming Christopher Nkunku. Nkunku has been seen, photos have been seen of him in the training ground trying to make it happen, and he should be returning soon, sooner than we expect. So I predict maybe by December this guy should be back or even earlier. But take your time, Nkunku, recover 100, then come back to me. So Pogba, the last 3 matches that Newcastle has faced Chelsea, Man City, something interesting. The result has been the same. Chelsea has always lost, and they have always lost by a solitary goal. It has always ended 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. The last 3 games these two teams have faced.
So those are 3-0 consecutively.
Yes, correct.
Consecutively together.
Losing. So in this game, Pogba, maybe you can tell our viewers from where you sit, having seen how Chelsea is playing, having seen how Manchester City is bouncing back. And by the way, Man City, they are among the first 6 teams that have officially qualified to the round of 16 in the Champions League after winning by how many goals? 3-0, yeah?
Yeah.
In that game, Haaland scored a brace, and Foden. Haaland scores, Foden scores, and Foden also scored. So they qualified in the round of 16s officially. So whatever happens in the remaining matches, they're already in. So Pogba, looking into this game, where are you seeing technically? Who are you seeing is better placed to give the opponent a better fight of their life.
Now, according to the way I analyzed Chelsea and the last match they played against a nine-man Tottenham, it's very clear they're rebuilding, yes, but they're very, very, very far from challenging a team like Man City. So this one, I don't see. If nine men can do that, then Chelsea really needs to come up with another game plan, another good working game plan.
So where do you think, which department do you think is going to decide who's going to win this match?
Mm, Man City, they have good attacking. Their midfield, now that, of course, Mr. Rodri controlling that midfield. Actually, City, okay, let me say this. City is a team which is well planned, with a good striking, good midfield. On the defense, yes, they are good, but their pressing is the one that makes them be well. But they have been conceding here and there. They have not been keeping clean sheets either way. So I think it's just the attacking. The attacking.
Currently, Manchester City are back on top of the table. They are currently the league leaders as we speak. They overturned Tottenham's lead on top of the table. So, as they are going to face Chelsea, they actually want to maintain the pride of continuing to be on top. On the other side, Chelsea managed to get into top 10 of the Premier League table. So, their victory against Man City will actually catapult them to somewhere around top 8 or 7, around there, dependent on how Manchester United also performs. Because Chelsea is 3 points behind Manchester United with 15 points, and Chelsea has 12
12.
points, right? So a lot is at stake in this match. So Manchester City versus Chelsea, it has never been an easy game. Overall, it's always a difficult game, and for some reasons, you always find Chelsea giving in their all. They always play beautiful football, and the only thing which has always been lacking in all these matches is the lethality at the front to convert goals. Sterling is going to meet his former team. Cole Palmer is going to meet his former team. Remember, in the last match that Chelsea faced Man City, Foden scored, and that assist, he got an assist from, of course, Cole Palmer. So Cole Palmer is going back to his former club to show them that I'm here, I know how you play, and let's see whether I can make it right. So this is going to be an interesting game, especially for me to witness it. Expecting anything. Of course, truth be told, in terms of strength-wise, Man City is the stronger team. But as we've seen currently in the Premier League, sometimes you might be strong, but if you're not clinical, you end up not winning the match. So this is a match whereby I'm actually poising Man City to take it, though I will not be surprised if Chelsea forces a draw in this. But key warning to Sanchez. Sanchez, you're going to face resurrected Haaland. Haaland is back and he's bagging in goals. So you need to avoid making those silly mistakes. Then on Man City's side, your defense also needs to be woke because Sterling is back. Sterling is back to torment the winger. So if it's Ake or it's Akanji, whoever will be covering Sterling, you have to do your homework well because Sterling is a player who will make you get a card which you didn't deserve to get. So we are prepared for a thriller. So straight to what we've been waiting. So Pogba, straight up shot, what are your thoughts in terms of prediction?
Well, with the high pressing of Man City, I don't see any chance for Chelsea. I don't think if Chelsea will create so many chances, and maybe the less chances they'll score, they're not lethal. They're not lethal. We've been seeing that, and the way they've been playing the game we saw against Tottenham does not really give so much motivation. But this one, I'm going with 3-0 for Man City. So Man City 3-0.
Premier League. Let me say, let me go with a 1-0 still. That seems like a famous record for these two sides. 1-0 for City. But as I've told you, I will not be surprised if we get any type of draw in this match. But Chelsea, if we can also get 3 red cards from City, it can also be come in handy. We will be grateful. but it is what it is. So, guys, I think that should be it. As we also end, guys, on your screen, that's the fixture for Kenya Premier League, of course. Gor Mahia are currently position 2. They squandered an opportunity to go on top of the league by drawing to Bidco. On the other side, Posta Rangers won their match. That's why currently they are 21 points. Gor Mahia have 20 points, as you can see on your screen, followed by Muranga Seals. Muranga Seals also has 20 points. This Saturday, Gor Mahia is going to face Muranga Seals at Kasarani. Gor Mahia will be unveiling their brand new bus, which will be making its way to Kasarani. So, Sirkal people, we will be waiting to welcome that new bus as we also play with Muranga Seals to see who's going to seal that position 1 or 2, because Gor and Muranga have tied at 20 points. The only difference is goal difference of three goals. So let's see what is going to happen. Then Pogba, you once mentioned something here. Your wish has been granted. You once asked FKF, what have you guys been waiting for? You guys, why are you not seeing Omala
In the
in the
national
Harambee,
team.
in the national team? Finally, Omala got the calling. He's officially been called in the Harambee Stars squad.
Guys, we are speaking of the current top scorer in the FKF.
FKF.
Yeah, he
Omala.
deserves it. Really deserves
He
it.
deserves it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's see what happens. So also KPL, FKF matches will be ongoing. So keep it the gatekeepers on all our social tabs. We'll be posting to you all the results as they pass in. So just for the game, Gor Mahia and Muranga Seals. Who are you supporting to win?
Gor Mahia.
Gor Mahia. How many goals?
2-1.
2-1 in favor of God. Huh? So guys, tupatane Kasarani and let's see how it goes. Otherwise, thank you guys so much. It's been real.